Haló? Na most, ez az. Jó reggelt, sziasztok! Over, folytköv. Nyilván ez a streamre érkezőknek, vagy nézőknek tök mindegy, de ma egy picit előbb kezdtük. Cserébe egy picit előbb is elslisszanok. Mennyire meglátjuk, mennyire merülök itt bele a dolgokba. De az a terv, hogy egy picit előbb elmegyek, azért nem tart sajnos ennyivel tovább a stream. És holnap is valami hasonlóra kell számítani, hogy kicsit így 6 óra előtt megindulunk, aztán hát az a terv, hogy ilyen 8 óra előtt ellépek. És holnap is. Úgyhogy, tehát a volt nézőknek ez tök mindegy. Aztán reméljük most már itt van. Haló? Számítógépes játék. Mint olyan. Lehetőség. Yes, ugye ott hagytuk abba, hogy megyünk a valakiért kifele, felgöngyölítettük talán a gyilkosunknak a létét, és adtunk neki még egy esélyt, hát ha szereztünk majd a gameplayben majd egy későbbiekben egy szövetségest, mert ugye a helyi Atya Úristen ezt javasolta, és egy kicsit megfontoltuk. Tekintve, hogy nem álltunk olyan fényesen, elgondolkoztam egyébként, hogy egy-két mellékküldetés lehet, hogy bejátszhatna, tehát majd meglátjuk. Na, Cinematic szevasz, ez se kell, ez se érdekel, nyomom a gombot, és folytatjuk. Volt ilyen kérdés, hogy tegnap, hogy mi lesz a következő Gomezco. Hát mivel, hogy az Avowed nagyon megtetszett így trailerek alapján, így hirtelen nekiálltam, de ugye a hetet nem terveztem meg annyira. Én közben off-stream betegen itthon nekiálltam az Assassinnek, ugye a Valhallának, mert én azt nem játszottam ki, Assassin magamnak. De nézegettem már, hogy mi lesz a következő game, meg valószínű, hogy a hétvégén én nem nagyon vagyok. Ezt majd azért úgy megszokjuk. Az új rendszer az úgy hétfőtől csütörtökig, meg szombat, péntek talán néha, nem nagyon. Hát azok a napok, amik vagyok is, meg lehet, hogy nem is, meg majd kialakul. De a jövő hetet egy kicsit jobban összetervezem rakni. Nem minden nap ugyanazt játszok, meg egy kicsit lesz változatosság, meg egy kicsit reked, meg egy kicsit szaggad, jaj de jó. Na, hát itt vannak ők itt nagyon beszélgetni akarnak már.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. And since you set them free, you get to deal with them again sometime in the future.
Hát nem voltál nagyon...
The part where you set free an assassin who succeeded at killing you once already? Right, must be that part. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Anyway. Right, what do you want to know? Lovely place, as the living lands goes. I advise most people to stay around here if they're looking to settle. Paradise isn't the safest place in the world, but it is the safest place in the lands. Walls and guards go a long way out here. Other than that, you've got bits of forest, grasslands, some caves, cliffs, and all sorts of things to get you into trouble. This is the easiest place to survive in the living lands. Enjoy it while it lasts. Huh. Heard an envoy from Adir showed up and got himself killed. Other than that, nothing. Honestly, I don't listen out for gossip much. I don't know what to tell you. Right.
Ez is minden áron van. A csávó, ez is minden áron beszélni akar.
Listen, this is something I never thought I'd have to ask, but can we talk about you coming back from the dead?
Tessék, zsákom.
Let's talk. As if Bareth didn't just drag you out of the grave.
By the time I got you to Liviana's, I don't think you had a pulse. You certainly weren't breathing.
You must have spent 20 minutes as a corpse on one of her cots before you just came back. What did you see while you were gone? What do you remember? Watchers say souls can linger between this world and the beyond for a time. That makes sense. I've seen Runid talk to them a few times.
Vele megpróbálok
Almost
azért a
in a
lehetőségekhez mérten
What happened next?
őszinte lenni. Hát, a segít.
Wait. Someone? Who was it? Or what was it? Well, that's good. Imagine how much worse this would be if you had two cryptic entities clamoring for your attention. So, someone is reaching out to you from the beyond. They saved you from death, and now they want you to free them from wherever they are. Do you trust them?
Igen, valahogy ezt gondolom. Vala a hármas is igaz. Hát igen, ha bezárták bátyám, akkor miért készül rárohadni a műanyaglakat, ugye? Igen, ez is egy... nem tudom. Lehet, hogy egy kicsit olyan gyanakvónak kéne lenni egyelőre.
Even if you wanted to leave them there, I get the feeling they're not gonna leave you alone. Well, even in the land of the strange, you have had the strangest experience I've ever heard of, and you haven't even left Dawn Shore. That's quite a feat. Me neither. So, this whole time you were in the beyond, and then you were just sent back. Do you think there's a way to bring people back from the dead?
Igen, ezt gondolom.
Yeah, probably not. Still, thanks for humoring me. You must be tired. I know I am. Hopefully
Tudom,
that
hogy az
Watcher
vagyok, ez
Rooney
mi?
will have some answers for us. For
Nem, ilyen,
now,
nem a
let's get some
legélyesebb
rest.
fiúba. Jó étkáj.
We should be safe.
Passzotokat, azt hiszitek, nagy...
I'll take watch.
Mit tudom én? Lépjünk ki itt. Asszam tudja.
The wood echoes, strangled suffering. We knew this creature. The Adra hums beneath the moon. The bear, the rot in the heart. Did its beauty sing to you? Wilt then grow again. What gleams cannot be a monster. We wish you had not killed it.
Ez már gyanús mondjuk nekem egy kicsit.
Violets and the stars. We wish for both. Birth into rebirth. Growth into life again. Beauty without end. Must all we love turn to ash? Can we not save it? Mercy like a knife. It hunts all of us. God, mortal, beauty. Sleep now. We ponder.
Ja, nem igazán értem. Na mindegy. Jó van. Úgy van, ahogy van, igaz? Nem mindig értem, hogy szeretne Falamuci. De mindegy. Na, ja, menjünk. Ja, löltár. Löltár. Közös kártyán ezt. 1580 goldunk van. What the fuck is this? Na menjünk. Whee! Tórókat jó, hogy itt felejtették, de azt. Várj, ezen az úton kéne, hogy végig menjünk, vagy erre föl. Menjünk a kijelölt úton, mert ott van egy teleport. Szállunk, hasítunk, él-nap a lollipop. In the mix. Jó van. Ezt akkor itt. Ez de jó lett volna. De jó lettél volna. Na már mindegy, jó van. Úgy van, ahogy van. Azok mi lesz? Halló? Ez mi? Kok, cső. Csumpa. Meghalunk, így jártunk. Most szerintem tettünk egy kört. Menjünk erre fel, nézzük meg itt mi van. Ne furi egy lény vagy. Még a kis tüzecske, amit benőtt a bokor. Jó napot kívánok! Jó napot, jöttem a vasé. Rozé, rozé. Hónap megyünk a vasé. Aha! Én itt már jártam-e? Hore! Itt jó meg vannak maguknak halogatva. Valahogy. Itt Nem dűlőre kéne jutni. Egyik el a felszerelés. De dodge-oltam, hello! A később, mi? Ottan maradsz! Magad! Nem, az meg erre megölik. És kimegy egy csomó majd... Hallod, te kukás? Te kukás fejű. Nem fész. Nem baj, ha nem fész, majd fogsz. Jó lesz ez. Kukások nem adnak, bazd meg, még lootot sem, semmi. Hát. Ember arca lett. Ott is van egy néző. Nem vicc, lehet ide följönni. Mi van itt? Halló? Ennyi. Ez volt a nagy tud. Jó van, bazd meg. Szépen vagyunk, mondhatom. Na. Itt is van egy ilyen bigyuládé. Arra megyünk által a hídnak testén. Így jól keresztül megyünk rajta. Nem magyarázzál, nem kell megmagyarázni. Azt is fölvesszük, bármi is az. Mi van itt? Ha? Csak. Lelőzd. Hozd le. Ott abban a pillanatban gigabit meg liti-luti. Ott is van. Hát abban a pillanatban nagyon durva. Jézus! Felszerelés. Tereljük fel? De felszereltük. Úgy fel... Nagyon felszereltük. Na, meg van a pillanat. Szóval erre megyünk tovább. Ez itt le van törve. Nem áll. Miért kell ezt csinálni velem? Itt téztem, szívesen. Ez, hogy utánam spónoltatok, ők meg csalnak. Egyfolytában csalik. Csalik. Halló? Baj lesz ebből. Én mondom ti néktek. Baj lesz ebből. Halló? Hűte? Hűha! Erre lepöckülheted a fikát, sose ér le, bassz meg. Na. Ti, halon vagy. Leeső nekem. Ne negessünk fel ilyen dolgokat itt. Szép virágok, meg minden.
You know we can turn back at any moment. Nothing of that. No. That wasn't me. It was. How am I ever supposed to return before?
Jó vagy, öreg? Jó vagy? Nem vagy jó, szemet csáljó. Gyanús vagy te nékem. Hidd be. Erisszé.
Step closer, godlike.
Hello. Beszélgessünk.
If it is a watcher you seek, then a watcher you have found.
This is giving me the shakes. Right, maybe I'll stand outside.
Why have you come to me, godlike? Let's have a look at you then. You who came to these shores on a royal errand. You who have died and returned. To open the door to your soul, we must first open a door to your mind. Now repeat after me. I stand on the shore between here and beyond. Very good. Spoken with conviction. I dip my toe into bottomless depths. The lake is a mirror. The mirror is a door. And the door stands open.
A door? A garden gate?
Impossible. Someone is here with us? How? Who are you? What are you? Show me what you are.
A hand knocks on our bark. Do we answer? How can they see?
What is this I hear? Old and forgotten. Echoes of echoes. An uninvited passenger?
Now she's hearing voices. Great. Is that gonna cost us extra or something?
Curious. Something clings to your soul, felt but unseen.
Voices. Echoes in the placid lake.
Jöhetsz, tud valami.
Shelter the sea from winter. Who reaches for our bars? Who speaks?
Enough.
Ez olyan, mint amikor
I have
hazajövök
seen
és
into
a
your soul.
drága
And
párom
hereby
megkérdezi,
close
hogy mit
that which
csináltál.
was
Mondom,
open.
onnan tudod, még nem is mondtam
The
semmit, de
door
már
is
látom
shut.
rajta, hogy
The
csináltál
reading
valamit.
finished.
Bassz meg, lebuktam.
Well,
Tud valamit,
That was
figyeljétek meg.
truly unexpected.
Nem értem mit. Amúgy, de
I
tényleg
am
nem értem.
pleased to report I made contact with your soul, and then with something I cannot name. First, the good news. Not only is your soul healthy, it is strong, powerful. Strange for one who so recently died. Death leaves a scar, but you are unmarked. Instead of passing through the beyond, your soul was nurtured, protected, caged.
Soft. The shell cushions the egg.
You
nem
only live
magyarázzátok,
because someone
tojásai
would
van,
not
valagadom
permit you
neked.
to die. But I wonder, who?
Hang a fejemben. Egyszerű, mint a szög.
I can say much, but that thing,
Figyelj ide.
whatever it is, eludes me.
Bátya
It has
energiaitól
been
a
years
fűszel a
since I met a
kávét.
god like.
Izé van. Itt
Their souls
cudorvilágon
have a
fejekben.
sonorous quality, like the music of a bell. A godlike soul sings together with the god that has claimed them, made them their own. It gives them power. Your soul, it has no chime. In its place, a thorn jabs at your essence, working its way to the surface. I told you the good news. Now comes the bad, or the unusual. When you came into this life, a thorn pierced the fabric of your soul, and your soul grew around it, trapping and embracing the invader. A godlike's time is a gift, a blessing. But a godlike's thorn? That may be a curse.
Ez igaz.
We know that a god touched you at birth, but which one and why? They always signed their work, and none of them lay claim to you. Disturbing. Terrible. There are so few godlike remaining, and you are a stranger even among your own kind.
Amúgy, de egyébként újat mondjál, tehát, hogy
I wish I could tell you
borult
that
feje az
everything
meg,
will work out in your favor.
nem irigylem.
But the wheel turns by a merciless hand. One word of advice. When you find a pillar of Ardra, commune with it. Ardra has a strong link to the beyond. Ardra holds the path between this life and the next, a conduit for souls all around Aora. Through Ardra, a soul may find its way back to the wheel, to be born again. But the Ardra here, in the living lands, is different, insular. It connects only to itself. Twisting vines, essence warping into essence.
Az a baj, hogy ez a túlvilági téma engem annyira nem tudok hozzászólni. Annyira, mert egyébként normál esetben engem ez ennyire nem érdekel. Nem köti le a figyelmemet.
That I do not know. My duty is to settle souls. I cannot guide them through the beyond. When you find Ardra, commune with it. Take heed of its lesson. Ardra may pave your road to the truth, or it may lead to a dead end. But the journey will teach you. That I promise. Before we close, have you any final questions? As you understand the word, yes. You fell into death, and a guiding hand lifted you back onto your feet.
That guiding hand, whatever it is, must be what brought you back to life at Liviana's.
Your soul is healthy, but it is also a mystery beyond my sight. For us both, I assure you.
Glad someone got something out of this.
Safe travels, godlike, and thank you for the glimpse at your wonderful soul. I will pray that your next turning of the wheel is uneventful. Until then, you are bound to live a rich and complicated life.
Did you get any of that?
Na jól van. Papírus. Elolvastuk?
This kind of thing makes my skin prickle.
De jó. Szia, Tik! Tik! Térjetek vissza a nagykövet. Tik az. Tik az. Ott lenni, this is nagykövet, én meg ide this is beugrani. Hoppá! Hoppá! Na. Becsúszunk. Whee! Szevasz, csaj! Figyeld már!
Good. You made it back.
Vissza, jó, mi? Te kis uncut. Jó, mi? Azt meghiszem én azt, hogy jó. Hát persze. Hogy ne lenne jó? Micsoda? Elfogadom, bassz meg. Ezt is. Egy közös mellény. Egy közös kerek. Pajzs faszom. Itt a faszomba. Amúgy ezért... Jézus, te! Te csóró! Hát, fúj, de egy gusztustalan rohadék vagy. Ez a shit nem adom el. Rendíthetetlen kötelesség. És eladtam. És nem akartam, és eladtam, bazd meg. Okos vagy. Ja nem. Ez nincs. Adra. És van 3, bazd meg. Pundából is van 10, bazd meg. De nem ad érte lófasz se. Eladtam, a szellem marad meg. Most bezzeg nem kérdezi meg. Rohadás, vigye szét a fejedet. Na. Kell mind lófasztad. Amúgy. Nagyon lutre vári. Gyerekek. Ez... egy közös könyv. Meghiszem én azt, hogy... ez semmi. Ezért ad 120-at, 125-ön, de hát az... ezért... ez meg vannak ám itt motyók, oda néz. Adra. Finom pisztoly. Finom pisztolyból egy szelet, na az! Na az! Vagy a tőr, a finom tőr letolják a torkodon. És sósan, azaz. Jó, borsosan. Ja, mi? Na nyugi. Na menjünk, mert... vissza kell menni a hölgyökérhez. Csuppa-lumpa! Még mindig úgy néztek ki, mint egy szopott gombóc. Na mindegy. Jaj, édesem, te még mindig itt állsz.
None of the clerks believe my story.
Édes.
Tell me you brought good news.
Csát.
Oh, Envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust.
Nem fog jobb, mint vetni, de nem fog hazudni.
You what?
Can't wait to hear how you spin this tale.
Envoy, tell me this isn't true.
Amúgy igen. Mert ugye elmondta, hogy látomása volt, és az alapján. Viszont arra nem emlékszem, baszki, hogy, hogy elhagyja-e Paradiszt. És ezt így mondanám el neki, ezt a 2-3-4. Az egyes nem. Így 2-3-4, ezt így mondanám el neki.
Unbelievable. We needed to answer this challenge with blood. Don't you see what this will do to our credibility? Thanks to you, these rebels will continue to undermine our work in the living lands without resistance or fear. Worse still, now everyone knows our flank is exposed. Oh my gods, Ludwig is going to eat us alive. Well, she will do the talking. The best we can do is grovel.
Do you really need Marius and me here for the groveling, or...?
There's nothing to be done. All we can do is brace for the inevitable, though it may damn us in the end. Oh, yes, that. I'm sending you to Fior Messi Verno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair. The Animancers
Megkalandozott
may
a csávó,
have
azt
some
hitte, hogy
knowledge of
majd
the
itt
Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them.
ide tesz, meg oda tesz. Aha, öcsipok.
Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break, and even corrupt the very soul. The Empire has no tolerance for Animancers, and with good reason. Their work is dangerous, heretical. Animancers tinker on souls using clever inventions and ancient pillars of Ardra, siphoning essence like honey from a hive. They want to change reality as we know it, make us live longer, or cause barren lands to grow. For all I know, they might be onto something. Or, with a single miscalculation,
Hát valaki
destroy
áll
us
ez
all.
mögött, az egész mögött.
Well, you know what they say about the enemy of my enemy? Animancers may be an unpredictable sort, but they are scholars and keenly aware of their environment. Make no mistake, the Empire's at war with the Dream Scourge, and we need allies on our side. Would that I were certain of anything these days. I won't ask you to put your soul on the line, but I am asking you to make connections, to seek help wherever we can find it. If you have any further questions before I dispatch you to Emerald Stair, now would be the time. Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction. Good hunting, Envoy.
Ajaj. Ez meg ki az ótvaros tököm. Hú, anyám, úgy csillogsz, mint bacilika kilivi. Na. Végig kellett mutatni tehát, nő. És tüzel a szeme. Hazamész az asszony. Ilyen.
Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No, strangling light, keep her away.
Is that, her?
Inquisitor Ludwig. So kind of you to join us.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Adiran Envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
Az mennyire kusztustalan? Ilyen kérdezzük.
You can't. Once you deserve such a mask, it will find you.
Nagyvilági szöveg.
I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence.
Ki a faszom
You
ez?
busy yourself with a dream scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me. Even if that were to happen, the living will replace the dead. We will ship them in by the hundreds to fill the empty houses.
Oh, gods, Ludwig.
I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The living lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Now, the envoy's killer roams free, unpunished, spreading word of our ineptitude.
The blame is mine, and mine alone.
He's got more backbone than I would have thought.
We should be better than this. Leading by example. This island has seen nothing but us at our
Valóban
weakest.
érdekes.
What say you?
Mit mondasz? Olyat beverek? Na nem, nyugi. Ja, édesek vagytok, menjetek szobára, nem?
I've been saying this all along. But his solution was to go over my head. To summon help from across the known world.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy to the animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves. That might do us some good, or it might lead you nowhere. I can't take the chance. Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me. As for you, Envoy, farewell.
De menő! Ő itt a valaki. Neki van szépen csillogó
She
karja.
is going to be a problem. No. She invents a crisis, then runs off to solve it, usually with bloodshed. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on, at least for now. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animancers and Adirians don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad unhinged. At least you'll have that in common, if nothing else.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig, well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair is beautiful this time of year.
Done here. We can get to Emerald Stair in no time.
Kell itt kimenni. Erisszé magadnak. Merre megyünk? No, még úgy sincs venni semmit. A csóróság. Csóróka téren, nem kapsz át a sóba. Itt van nálam egy ponton ez ilyen. És hát... Azt nem érnek
By the
meg?
way,
Ez mondjuk komolytalan. Jó nekem. Hát a fejszét aztán felupdate-eltük, aztán lesz valami. Pallós Lajos. Munkapad.
You remember. The one in the camp in Shadow Peaks?
Mi? Ja.
With the thing on her head?
Meg mindenféle dolgok, meg kütyük, meg műtyük. Nem akarok veletek beszélgetni, az az igazság. Takarodjunk. Taka van. Aj, ma megint beszélget, ez is.
Mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before.
Húzzál picsába a fejemből egyébként is.
We have questions. We will leave when we are satisfied. A killer freed. A predator returned to the woods. You bled and forgave. Why? Should he not suffer for your pain? Compassion for the snake. He killed our beloved. Our weeds tangle. This is not our way. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive.
Amúgy.
We bide our time. We wait.
Amúgy. Ez volt a logic egyébként.
Wake now. We have tending to do.
Na, most már kiléphetek? Nem akar senki beszélgetni, esetleg meginni egy kávét, elszívni egy cigit, bármi. Mehetek? Ja, hogy most léptem be. Hoppám jár megint.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and shard earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you. Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke. We recall. You are not safe with her. Did the deer anger the blaze? Did the brush? Did the soil? It consumes skin, heart. She hurt us. We only remember pain.
Nem tudom, Csáj, mit szívtál, de biztos jó anyag lehet, csak engem hagyjál már békén, légy szíves. Ki idegel? Jó. Amúgy.
Berries with barbs. We warned you of the foxes. You did not hear. You bled in their gnashing jaws. When will you open your ears? We tangle, we worry, still. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen, have care, have care.
Lehetne, hogy haladunk. Úristen, bazd meg. Még egyszer belépek, lőjön nagyon valaki. Na menjünk a picsába, bazd meg, mert agyvérzést kapok ettől a nőtől. Komolyan mondom, rosszabb, mint az anyám. Hú, bassz meg. Aggódik állandóan, geci. Nem menj gyorsan az autópályán, nézzél körbe a zebránál. Segíthetek? Ha majd beverek, aztán majd én segítek.
On the contrary, Paradise believes it can help you.
You got lucky with the last one you set free, Envoy. Not sure I'd risk it again.
You spared us. That does not mean that we have lost interest in you. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time, we trust you will remember our gratitude.
Aztán mi a faszt adtál, testvérem, mondjad? Az ott még egy adrát. Jó van, ma legközelebb kinyírom. Na haladjunk. Nem volt kedvem. Ember, hoz egy döntés, már nincs élet. Nincs elég életünk hozzá, vigyázz izé van, itt mindenki haver megy.
Business or pleasure?
Üzleti vagy szórakozás?
Of course. Don't let me keep you. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwig barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. Good advice. Since she arrived, there's been a spike in disappearances. And I don't want to be one of them. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwig's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
As long as she's not on our scent. Given how angry she was about Eagwolf, probably best we give her a wide berth.
Oh, one other thing. A desperate young man at your embassy asked me to deliver this to you. Apparently his expedition team has run into some trouble in the caves north of the city. I reckon he was a little starstruck by the whole idea, and no one else could spare the time. Oh, and I wouldn't wait too long. Those caves have been unstable the last few days. Roots and earthquakes and the like. Take care out there, Envoy. Cleared to pass, Envoy.
Basztak. Nem mehetek ki.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more of us really got one. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adiran soldiers.
Hát a faszom tudja. Mondjunk valamit.
They'll have their work cut out for them here. About half the people who come to the living lands are fugitives or exiles from something.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the freakus.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. Taking in the slack is one thing. They look ready to strangle each other with it.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Well, maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers
Eddig
know anything about the
beszélgetünk
dream
még.
sludge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Menjünk
Just
már.
mind how close you get. Their
Azt sem tudom, mire
experiments don't
nyomtam
always
benne,
go
nem
as
figyeltem.
planned.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island. Right. You know, present company excluded, and all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean?
Happy
Just
birthday.
wait till you meet the Animancers. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops. Hopefully there's nothing to that. But if there is, we'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway... You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
Egy nekem olyan játékban egy kicsit olyan beuntat egy picit, hogy annyit beszél mindenki. Mindenki rosszabb, mint 10 kofa asszony, komolyan mondom. Jó van, haladjunk.
I look forward to hearing what you think the word easy means.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy. That's the spirit. What about you, Marius? What's next?
I have, you know, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the envoy's never been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Yeah. Who else is going to show us which mushrooms we can eat, and which ones want to eat us?
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs, and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Végeztünk? Nem akar senki beszélgetni? Nagyon jó. Most... Ó, nem lehetne, hogy... most meg a nő akar majd beszélgetni. Hogy az Icskán húzza rá. Oda. Figyelj. Lehet elaludt, csaj. Szaladhatunk bele a világba. Ez az. Miért nem? Nincs map. Azért. Bazd meg. Hova a picsába megyünk? Te. Na jó. Van vele. Let's give her a hand. Várj, segítek egy picit. Bazd meg.
Worse than raw. Worse than raw. You'll offend. Armor won't hold up. Worse than raw. Hey, over here.
Don't get too comfortable. More on the way.
Mi a fa? Nem figyeltem a HP-mat. Mérgező dolga.
Worse than raw. Worse than raw. They won't get past me. Isok South.
Fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you? Don't take that tone with me, darling. There's a beautiful vase right in those ruins that I cannot reach. And as sharp as my wits are, they're a poor substitute for a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned.
Hello, ez bok volt?
Oh, of course. Why would a priceless artifact be important? Well, I'm not surprised you don't know of the Godless. But they were here in the living lands long before we were. Long before anyone else, as far as I can tell. Give or take a few thousand years. They lived on every corner of the lands. You must have passed a few of their ruins on the way here. The big ones, with spires that look more than a little phallic. A lot of their structures were embedded in the ground. They lived in harmony with the land. I mean, as much as you can live in harmony with a land actively trying to kill you. Maybe it was nicer back then. 30 years of research, and as far as I can tell, they just upped and disappeared one day. Fascinating, right?
Lenyűgöző, hát te vagy
What's
már egy
important is that the
lenyűgöző.
vase is within my grasp.
Jaci.
Now that I've a tall, dark, and handsome stranger to help.
If you keep encouraging her, she's going to climb you.
Watch out, Envoy. She seems to have a thing for you.
Careful, darling. I already have a lover. A good one. Skilled with his
Oh.
hands.
Igazán?
He always carries a ladder. But
Ócskos
sadly,
részletek.
he's busy helping the Animancers in Fjord. And I need this vase now. Oh, absolutely not. Vidaro, the governor, is an uptight postinago. But if you want to know about the governor, fetch me that artifact. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that require
az
going to
utolsó...
some ancient ruins. No one listens to me.
Az utolsó hivatását azt jól értettem, hogy ő akkor tulajdonképpen egy... na jó. Nincs a kulcsább ez a játék, ez meg... Az ott fenn valami. De nem fog vele foglalkozni, mert annyira... Az...
Unseen, unheard.
Van még!
Come and get me.
Zseniális. Megint bombák baznak. A fiúk intézétek. Jó, így akartam. Jönk egyet. Hogy parancsolsz? Hogy mi? Nem értettem, kristálytisztán. Azt akartad mondani, hogy... Bocsánat. Megmertelek. Na mindegy. Magyarul vehetek föl mindent, mehetek újra, anyádat. Az. eszencia. Ezeket tudjuk, hogy nincsen semmi. Azokat sem. Ezek, valahol itt volt egy láda.
Let's see what you got. Watch the left. Another down. Worth and raw. Worth and raw. Worth and raw.
Úgy, szigorúba. Én nem csináltuk, azt megidősítjék. Ez így szívszédülés tőle. Azt lehet, hogy fájni fog. Volt itt egy ládikó. Úgy emlékszem, hogy valahol, na mindegy. Megint a ládikót. Kaptam egyébként. Figyeld már! Hát igaz. Ilyen vagyok. Ilyen. Csak van. Na, most akkor végül is megtaláltuk azt, amit kerestünk. Vagy nem találtuk meg, amit kerestünk. Vagy most mi a lófasz? Annyi. Hogy mész fel? Ladik. Ladikom, de ladikom. Az igen, vagy. Megvan a váza. Na, az van, hogy a közös nagy fejszét, ha találunk egykezes fegyvert, akkor ezt lecseréljük egykezes, hogy a másikban a pisztoly legyen. És akkor jó vagy. Na, menjünk vissza Csáéhoz. Megyünk Csáéhoz.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the face down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you.
Ugye? Tudtam én.
That I did. Although I can't imagine why. Vidaro is insufferable. First and foremost, Fior Mesiverno is an animancer sanctuary. Vidaro, unlike his father, the former governor, is not an animancer. I don't know why anyone would give two pyres about Vidaro. He loathes the idea of others thinking Fior is less than perfect. Emerald Stair used to be the breadbasket of the Living Lands. Now it won't bear fruit, and there are rumors of plague. Pleasant, isn't it? But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I have a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, Godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
That's something I hope never happens
Hold
again.
on.
I've got a few
Jó volt ez.
inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Segítettünk nék. Na gyere! Gyere, bazd meg! Az édesanyjátok van már.
Nice job, everyone.
Van itt egy parti tábor.
Seen Emerald Stair like this. It's
Nem
usually
tudom
so
mitől
nice.
parti tábor, de jó legyen.
You told us
people
that
weren't
animals
hungry enough.
save our crops, and now look, spoiled on the vine. Zalips won't even touch them.
Másba. Jó fele megyek amúgy. Szerintem igen. Nem be a házba. Valahol kéne vennünk izőt. Kéne vennem healt. Az az igazság. Még jól néznek ki ezek a lilla lámpások. Tudom, furán hangzik, de jól néznek. Itt is van egy ilyen bió. Csupa, megjöttem. Én vagyok az ő. Én vagyok az ő. A követ. Nagyon jól van. A követ. Jó, meg a tabot. Itt megnyitottam, tessék. Hogy csinált? Mi nincs még kitanul? Vigyed már. Tetszik. Társaknak van. Az komoly. Az komoly. Pillanat. Egy pillanat csinálni. Pillanat. Jó, képességek leálltál. Jó.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. Captain Alfair of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adirian interests when the time comes. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
Legalább ő nem beszélt sokat. Ő legalább nem beszélt sokat.
Does subtle mean something different outside of solace?
Genuine healing priest.
Jata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The dream scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just, we don't see many of your kind anymore.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Oh.
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The dream scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
Ja, hát ez gyomlálni kéne bátyják nényék. Nem itt beszélgetni, hármasával, aztán akkor lenne valami.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the dream scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
They do. And that's the kind of reckless behavior I'm trying to avoid.
Reckless is all we have time for. Before we can deal with the dream scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Shiata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
ennél rosszabb,
Are
ami
you
lett.
going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Then we'd better do it somewhere else. Well,
hello.
Governor,
Mit csináltok?
looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Marok, szóval
Your request is denied.
én addig elmegyek, megiszok
I
egy
wasn't
kávét.
asking.
Míg ti csináljátok.
Your responsibilities are too
Nem
settled.
feltétlenül
Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
Igazából megkaptuk.
Then I trust you won't overstay your welcome.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west, by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroom.
Beszélj Giatával. Jó, beszélek. És azt mondta, valahol máshol szeretnéd csinálni a karakteremben. Király. Kopott. Csúmi.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giatta, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone. So am I. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
Csaj, lapátra lettél téve. Hát ez van. Hát most túl kell esni rajta, haladjunk. Most megmondták, hogy aki menni akar, arra rá kell adni a kabátot.
A good question with a good answer. For now, I shouldn't bother you with the details. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... No, sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Messiverno. Forever.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Glad to hear it. Your education should come in handy. Monto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fior. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial
Research assistant. Who knew?
Careful! I will get
Szar, meg megtudjuk.
Found a machine.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop. Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked.
Ó, bazd meg, kezdő geci. Ennek is mindegyiknek valamit csinálni kell.
Yes, her theory of the Dream Scourge, I'm quite familiar. What I need is a stronger power source. Grimoires can hold intense power, but not for long. Besides, grimoires require a wizard to draw in essence. It's too dangerous at this scale. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove. Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Ardragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgon queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgon in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Ardragon had died. Still, Delamgon queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards. Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
Well, let's go. That Ardragon's heart isn't gonna yank itself out.
Ardragon szívet. 42 méter. Ez a távolságok van. Csupa. Szevasz. Jaj, de szép fes fiatal ember vagy. Azt a leborúcival végig. Amúgy, az a haj. Amúgy. Mutasd árudat. 7000-ek. Hallod? 7000-ek. Vágod? 7000-ek. Ilyen összegeket. És 36-ot fizet. Szerinted ezt úgy verem agyon ezt az embert egy nehéz tompa tárgya? Fú, bazd meg ezt a palit, geci. Bazd meg. Romlott. Vidd a faszomba. Romlottál van. Vidd a faszomba. Romlott uborkát is. Ez mind a tiéd. Persze. Ez mind a tiéd, testvérem. Adó! Hello! Hello? Meggyüttem. Mi van? Szerezd vissza az Ardragon szívet. Azt nem mond! Most azt nem mond nekem! ...891 méterre menjek el. Viszlát. Megnézzük ezt az egyet. Megnézzük ezt az egyet. Ezt megcsinálom, aztán... Meglátjuk, szerintem holnap lesz a folytatása. Most benyeltem, figyelj.
Észak-szám!
Jó.
It seems like the readings are stronger by that tree.
Érdekes. Hát ez, tesó, ez neked nem adta ki. Ilyenkor megadja? Nem megadja. 500 méter van. Ilyet kitalálja, fönn van a hegy mögött valahol a picsába. Nem.
Take him down. You're mine now.
Kicsit sokat.
Time for a new weapon. You heal yourself. North and wrong.
Adjál már magadnak, te!
North and wrong. Can't do this much longer. Észak-szár. Uluthen. North and wrong.
Dögölj már meg, hát könyörgöm! Pusztulj el! Hallod, Dick? Kettő meg ott. Nem hiszem el, bazd meg. Töltsél már! Ide.
Észak-szár.
Az a baj, súlyos küzdelem árán tudok egyáltalán kettőt vagy egyet megölni, és vannak 4-5-en. Nem is számoltam hirtelen, úgyhogy ezzel most én nem fogok kívódni. Őszintén elfáradtam. Úgyhogy... ezt kifejlesztettük már, miért ne? Közösségi is egy olyan dolog, hogy ezt is el lehet adni a picsába. Úgyhogy ezt holnap fogjuk folytatni. ezzel ma nem.
Listen, Kai, I need you to stalk like a cat, not stomp around like a
Beszéltünk róla, hogy...
My train.
Beszéltünk róla, hogy én majd egy kicsit korábban lelépek. Hát ez így is lesz.
Running was a lot bigger on stomping than stalking, unfortunately.
Right, and I got cooking lessons in Solace, but you don't see me making beetle mash every night for dinner. The bears out here can hear a snapfly dropping soccer from across the stair. You don't want to get eaten, you need to walk softly.
Nagyon szépen köszönöm a figyelmet. Vodnézőknek like és csengőcske, feliratkozásocska, meg mindenecske, szétfejelni a gombokat. Jaj, már hátam fáj az izélekem. Szétfejelgetni a gombocskákat, aztán holnap ugyanígy szerintem ilyen 6 óra körül leszek, és fél 8 körül lelépek. Most ez a 2 nap ez ilyen lesz egy kicsit, aztán ja, most ez ilyen faramúci hét kezdése. Legyetek jók és szobatiszták. Holnap csupa!